Do you sometimes wake up knowing you had a dream, but can't bring it back to mind? Want some help with that? And I'm glad you're watching because I'm going to give you some suggestions on that. Welcome back, prophetic dreamers. For a couple of decades, I've helped dreamers worldwide make sense of their dreams, and I can do the same for you. You may be asking, why the bubbles on the cover of this video? Well, I just wanted to highlight the point that dreams are like bubbles. They come in many sizes, have rainbowish gleams with an air of fantasy, and are so fragile that they pop easily. Now, some dreams we remember all day, all week, or even throughout our lifetime. And those are especially important dreams and impressive. I discuss impressive dreams in another video, by the way, which I'll list below. But other dreams can be problematic when it comes to remembering them. And I see two categories of those, of the bubble dreams. The first type of bubble dream I'll mention is the kind where all you know when you wake up is that you had a dream. Let's call those tip of the tongue dreams. You have no clue as to the content of the dream, but you're absolutely sure you had one. The dream apparently vanished out of thin air in the transition between sleeping and waking. This is where the dream sits on the tip of your tongue for a short time and rarely ends up manifesting. With these, you quickly lose that sense that you had a dream, that tip of the tongue feeling. Then there's the second type of bubble dream, the kind where you actually remember your dream when you wake up, but then it soon vanishes. I'm talking about dreams you remember fairly well at first, but by the time you get back from the John, they've popped. What shall we call these? Let's say precarious, because if you don't secure them, they very well may pop. Now today I'm going to focus more on what to do about the tip of the tongue dreams, so keep listening if you're looking for some help in retaining the dreams you know you dreamt. This may apply to the other type too, so keep on listening. Okay, to prevent dreams from vanishing on you, I suggest starting the process with these suggestions. My first suggestions are associated with what I call natural awakening. If at all possible, and when retaining your dreams is a priority, set yourself up so that you wake up naturally. For some reason, when we wake up the way we are intended to wake up, naturally, our dreams tend to remain intact during our body's transfer from the sleeping state to the waking state. Why? Go back in your mind to earlier times. The ancients, as you know, had limited resources to enable them to stay up long after dark like we do today. Although candles have been used for thousands of years, candle making initially took a good deal of effort and expense. At first, candles were made from natural materials such as animal fat. Think of the time involved to make those from animal fat. People didn't just order them from Amazon like we do, or simply turn on a lamp. And millenniums passed before wicked candles were even developed, around 3000 BC. The Egyptians, by the way, are also believed to be responsible for introducing the use of beeswax in candle making. Again, sounds time-consuming compared to just flipping a light switch. And it wasn't until the Middle Ages and the Renaissance that molds and improved wick designs were instituted. In fact, it took until the 19th century for the use of paraffin in candles to lead to their mass production so that they could be more widely available and affordable. And I won't get into the history of lanterns. The point is that humans were built to hit the sack much earlier than we do today. It was only man-made invention that changed that. Early cultures simply woke with the sun after a good rest. So that might help explain why what I call the natural awakening technique works so well. You employ it by purposely going to bed earlier than you might otherwise, so that you give yourself a chance to wake naturally the next day without the use of an alarm. What happens when we awaken naturally is that we come out of sleep more gradually than being startled to awakeness by a shrieking alarm. Just think of that alarm as a pin or a needle pricking that fragile dream bubble. Pop, it's gone. So to summarize, some ways to prevent dreams from vanishing. 1, early to bed so that you have a chance to wake up naturally. 2, lose the alarm if possible. If you live a lifestyle where you don't need an alarm, all the better. But wait, as they say, there's more. Try taking naps when the time is available and you're sleepy. This is a great way to awaken naturally. And it might not surprise you that remembering nap dreams is much more common than remembering nighttime ones. Maybe it's because we tend to awaken naturally from our naps. Natural awakening isn't perfect, but it may help, especially if used routinely. And I'll admit here, you may have to be pretty motivated to pull this off, depending on your responsibilities, marital status, and lifestyle. This whole topic of retaining and remembering our dreams will require several posts. There's a lot to talk about. So watch for those bubble video covers. And subscribing and hitting the bell will help, since you'll be notified of new posts. With that, I pray you retain more of your dreams, and I wish you every blessing and to live beyond your wildest dreams.